We are
Two girls.
on a fast ride. Hello, everybody. Hello, Lynn. How are you today?
Hi, good, Marie. How are you?
I'm great. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the week, and it's always
Yes.
awesome.
And it's the beginning of the month.
The beginning of the month, totally. Yes.
Yes, beginning of the
Yes,
month.
June
It's pretty
5th.
cool.
And I think it's going to be a great month, not only on business wise, but personal wise. I think it's going to be a great month for me because I'm taking action to do stuff for my business. So yeah, we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, June is always fun. And,
Yes.
I always think of June as kind of, what you do for June, July, and August sets the tone for your business in September.
Totally, totally.
Mhm.
You can get
Yeah.
prepared. Maybe you're going to work a little bit less, but you're going to work more intense. You're going to
Mm.
brainstorm. And today's topic, which is still habits in business, changing habits or adding new habits to be successful in your business, is totally about that.
Mm.
We are still in the intelligent change article that we've been talking about, like it's a couple of episodes already, and we're talking about 5 habits every single episode. So if you want to know what it's all about from the beginning, you just need to subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss any new episode, and you can go back to stay in order and take a look at what we were talking about. And today, Lynn, number 16 is my favorite one, I think, of all of them. I know I say that almost every time, but this one, and I was reading the article just before we started recording, and I mean, this one makes so much sense for me. I
Mhm.
think it makes sense for a lot of people, especially when you start a business
Yes.
and you're on your own. It
Mhm.
says have someone mentor you.
Yes. Oh, isn't life better together?
Ah,
Life is so much better together, right? When
you
you have,
remember when we did the
oh,
partner up challenge?
yeah,
We
yeah,
did partner
yeah.
up. You were my mentor. You're still my mentor. I mean,
Yes.
no doubt about that. But I mean, it is so, and regardless of the industry you're in, it's very likely that there's someone who has excelled in it before you.
Right.
You need to find that person that you can learn from, and
Mhm.
getting them to be your mentor if it's possible. It
Yeah.
can make a massive difference in how you think about your business.
Oh my goodness. When you have a mentor who's done what you want to do before you,
Yep.
that mentor can help you with the roadblocks that you're going to come up with, and the roadblocks that are going to come, but also going to prevent some of those mistakes that they made along the way. And they can help you if you're coachable. If you are coachable,
You
they will
always say
help
that.
you. Yes, yes. And what does being coachable actually mean? Well, to me, it means being open that your way of doing things may not be the only way and may not be the right way to get what you want. That's kind of hard news for some people to hear.
Yep.
So there are people who just want to reinvent the wheel. And I got to tell you, a lot of these business strategies are tried and true, which means you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Doesn't You don't have to do things a new way. There's a lot of ways that can help you get to where you want to be without all that extra energy and effort.
Totally. A mentor should be someone who can provide you with guidance,
Yep.
knowledge,
Mhm.
experience. This is
Yes,
really important, and avoid mistakes that has
yes,
happened to other. We're not saying you're not going to make mistakes.
of
That's
course.
not true.
Yeah.
You're probably going to make mistakes, especially if you stick to your idea and you're not open to other idea. But
Yes.
find a mentor. They can also be the person that helps you navigate the stress of having a business and resolve emotional challenges. You've done that for me how many times? I can't even think of how many times you helped me with that. So you need a mentor. Totally need a
Well,
mentor.
and mentors have mentees have a way of mentoring the mentors.
At some point, yes.
So so as much as you've learned from me, Marie, I've learned from you too. So it's a very symbiotic relationship.
Yes. And we get along so good
Yeah,
because sometimes you might think that this is the person, it might not be the person. You
right.
need somebody that you get along with, that your mind are, alike, and
Yes,
that you are going on the same road.
that's right.
That's important. That's you need to find the perfect mentor for you. And
I
I
betcha.
did. I did.
And a lot of businesses have those mentors already. If you're in a network marketing business, you'll
Yep.
have the person who enrolled you or that person who enrolled, so you'll have a few levels that you'll be able to go through. If you're starting your own business, if it's a franchise, typically you're paired with a mentor as part of your franchise fee. And if you're starting a business, boy, oh boy, do we ever recommend BNI to help you. There's lots of mentoring available within BNI.
Oh yeah, Business Builder, those courses, those podcasts, and they are just amazing. And actually, you found one that's going to become one of our next topic
Mhm.
in a couple of weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Another one that I really like as an habit, because I've been doing that for, oh my gosh, I can say 30 years now. Commit your time to those in need,
Mhm.
because when you become successful in business, it also means that you have to be aware how lucky you are to have that opportunity.
Yes.
And we should never lose sight of the fact that not everyone gets that chance.
Yeah.
I mean, we
For
need
sure.
to. I celebrated 30 years of volunteer work. In French, we
Oh,
say bénévolat with
yeah.
Daughters of Isabella. It's been 30 years I'm in this organization. They gave me a little crown. You see that what they gave?
Oh, it was so pretty.
It is so. It's a crown. It's
Yeah.
literally a crown. So
Yeah.
30 years. We celebrated our 60th chapter anniversary for
Oh,
this
amazing.
particular chapter, and it's huge because there's not much more left. I also give my time to Cancer Canadian Society this year.
Mhm.
I do it for my mom and my friend John, who passed away recently. I
Yes.
raise fund, and uh, I try to do good in the world. I don't know if you remember, I was singing and doing animation for two girls who did Le Trophée Rose des Sables. They were raising fund. They needed $25,000,
Yep.
and they were selling hot dogs,
Yeah.
and they
Trying
were
to
doing
raise
tons of
money.
stuff. So I gave them 2 days in this past summer. I
Amazing.
went to play music, sing, and try to get people attention. What do you do? I know you do a lot of volunteer work as well.
Yeah.
What is your best
And
volunteer?
it's funny because I haven't been doing a whole lot of volunteer lately, but in past years I've done volunteer work with the United Way. Love working with the United Way. They just help so many organizations. I've done a little bit of work with the Sudbury Women's Center. Now I'm in Sudbury, Ontario, in Canada, and we have a women's center that helps those women and families in our community who need help. And I contribute to them consistently. Plus, I attend any of their events that they have going on. We were just at a gala just a couple of months ago, and it was just a lot of fun. And it's just nice to be around people who want to support other people and
Yes.
people who are less fortunate. It's really important to do that. I regularly give like clothing and donations. I did some volunteer work with the Easter Seals. Actually had an opportunity to be one of the co-hosts on the Easter Seals telethon for a few years earlier, like about 20 years ago. But it was so much fun to be part of that. And yeah, there's just it warms your heart when you can do something for somebody else.
Yeah, and it's not that even if it's not directly connected to achieving business success, I think, and they say that's exactly what they say in the article, contributing to an important cause, it's is much larger than that.
Yeah.
And we're going to say about BNI again, givers gain.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you give, you're going to gain. It might not be, and we say that all the time. I might find a referral for you. It might not be you that find a referral for me, but it's going to come back. The
Yeah.
more you give, the more you gain.
That's
And
right.
totally giving some time for those in need is one of the best habit you can have,
I
and
totally agree.
it's good for the soul.
Oh, it sure is. It sure is. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Next point is a little bit more touchy for some people,
Yep.
because it's something that we don't talk often. And even when you're a couple, this is the thing that people get separated over:
Yeah,
budget.
yeah.
Stay on budget. This is kind of
Mhm.
people, they don't want to talk about budget. They don't want to talk about money.
Mhm.
And but you need to always follow your budget plan.
Mhm.
Managing personal finance is just as important as managing business finance.
Yeah. Totally agree. And I also, when you talk about budget, know your personal budget. I think that's really important. Know how much money you have coming in, how much money's going out, and live on less than what's
Yes.
coming in. When
Yes.
you live on less, you're able to manage some of the stormier times. I hear in my coaching practice, well, I want to make $100,000 a year, and that my problems will all be over when I'm making $100,000 a year. And I'm thinking, oh, and I have said, well, wait a second. Now, how much money do you make now? Well, I make $50,000 right now. I said, great. How do you manage that? Well, I can't manage. I said, I'll tell you what. When you make $100,000, if you aren't managing the 50,000 that you're making now, you will not manage 100. So
Exactly.
learn how to
Exactly.
manage the money that's coming in now.
Yeah. And it's easy to get drunk on financial prosperity and start spending
Yeah,
irrationally. I mean, sticking strictly to a planned budget, personal or business,
yeah.
is a critical habit of successful business
It
people.
sure is. It sure is. And when you have a business, then you'll have a budget for your business. So do not shy away from those numbers. And do not stop telling yourself that you're no good with numbers. Stop it. Stop telling yourself you're no good with money, because as a business owner, you may not have to do the accounting part of your business, or maybe early on you do have to do all of that because you don't have the money to pay somebody else to do it. So you got to learn it pretty quick.
Yep.
Make sure you learn it and get rid of that limiting belief that you're not good at managing your money or not good at budgeting, because that needs to be a priority for you.
Yeah. And if you're not comfortable, get some help.
Yeah.
I mean, there are tons of, you can have a software, a cheap
Yeah.
software, even a free software, make a budget. And I think, Monica, our budget coach
Yeah.
in my previous BNI, that's what she says. Take a spreadsheet, take an Excel sheet, put out your expenses, the things that you cannot not pay or
Yeah.
whatever, and start with that. But
That's
it's
right.
easy to it's easy to lose control over money. Everybody at some point has lost control on their money,
Yeah.
personal or business. But by respecting your guidelines, you should really be okay on that.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we did it. We talked about budget.
The budget. Yeah.
Okay, number 19, match the success of others.
Hmm.
Because finding a mentor is one thing, but finding an idol is another. And it's equally important, because that is someone already successful in the niche you're trying to succeed
Mhm.
in, and someone you can aspire to become by matching their success
Yeah. And their habits,
and their
right?
habits.
Matching their
Totally.
habits.
But it doesn't mean that you have to copy someone's action and business model. It means look into what they have done,
Yeah.
and you take valuable lesson from there.
Yes. And there's no shortage of success,
Nope.
right? And finding that person who has done what you want to do, and then simply taking on their habits.
Yeah,
Finding
totally.
out, and there's lots of books that will tell you what people are doing and how they're doing it, and and pick one. That's it. Just pick one and follow them. I love following Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
But that he is a coach. He's a strategist. He has got so many books, and you know what? I love the books where he interviews the 50 or the 100 most successful people in finance or in business, and you can find what those success principles are. Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich,
Yep.
and wrote the that's a Bible for any business owner.
Yeah, I agree. You can find somebody that you can learn from them. What's the name of this guy? Not is it GoPro? Eric Worre.
Eric Worre.
Amazing, this guy.
Yes, yes,
Amazing, this
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Totally amazing.
Got some good things going on.
Oh, totally. You're gonna find somebody that is similar, that do similar of what you already do in your business, and
Yep.
you just need to make sure you follow them.
That's right.
Uh, and I remember a friend of mine wrote a book that I read. Jean-François, his name. He was shy to ask one of his idol in the business. He wanted to ask him to do the preface of the book. You know, when
Yep.
you somebody. So what he did is that he did. This guy is good on video, so he did a video, a funny video, with a wig, and I will remember that all my life. But that kept the other guy's attention, so he decided to write the premise of his book.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. If you have the opportunity to reach out to that
Yeah.
person, go ahead,
Well,
and don't give up.
and doesn't that just take us to the last one that we're going to talk about today, which is about taking action? Like you just
Yes.
said, something like that could be quite intimidating.
Yeah.
But how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Exactly.
Right? You do it one step at a time. And I know when I'm feeling like, oh, I'm dragging, I can't get myself motivated, do one thing, Lynn. I have a to-do list. Just take one thing and do one thing.
Yeah.
And what happens is it creates a momentum for me, and then it allows me to just tackle all the things on my to-do list. It's brilliant.
I agree totally. And one of the biggest concrete action diffuser is procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to talk about that today because we have two previous episodes on procrastination. Yes. You really, really should go and listen to them.
Yes,
we had a lot of fun talking about that. But learning how to eliminate procrastination from your life and progress forward instead of retreating into your comfort zone, which we do often, can unlock a lot of growth for you, both personal and professional. Because when your business is growing and it's blooming, it's going to reflect on your personal life.
Yeah.
I know, because if you're not feeling good about anything in your business, it's going to reflect on the personal. And the opposite is also true.
Very true.
This is, I mean, you have to take action. So
yeah,
5 points today. They were awesome. Have someone to mentor you. Commit your time to those in need. Find one place, one thing that makes you feel good, and give a little bit of your time. You're going to feel so much good.
For sure.
Stay on budget. That's really important. Match the success of others and take action. Take action. So click subscribe, click the bell, take action on that right now to make sure you are going to see when we drop a video. It's every week. Next week, we're going to end the habit in the business with develop new skills, do more of what you love, practice mindfulness, act respectfully towards others, don't be afraid to ask for help. So next week is going to be the last of this article that we've been reading for 4 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been a while. So my closing quote for today.
Go ahead.
And I have two, actually. So the first one is from Ken Blanchard. He is the 1 minute manager. That's the author. He's the author of the 1 minute manager. It's been true in my life that when I've needed a mentor, the right person shows up. And then my other quote is, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I don't know who is attributed to that quote, but it's always been a favorite of mine, because inevitably, when I've been ready to do something, somebody comes in my path and says, "Oh, I can help you with that," or just happens to be doing what I'm doing, and I'm just kind of, "Oh, this is pretty cool." When you're ready to do what you want to do and to, fulfill whatever goals, your teacher is going to appear, your mentor is going to appear, the right
It's
people
true.
are going to appear. You just need to trust the process.
It's true, and I can testify because I remember every time somebody asked me, "How did you start your networking marketing business?" And then I go back, and that's what I say every time. In September, I started in September 2019, but in August 2019, I connected with another BNI member. She talked to me about this opportunity, and there was that little voice inside of me telling me to listen to her. That's how the magic happened. And you remember, I was looking at that particular moment for something.
Yes.
And I was ready to receive something. And then you came into my life. The rest is history. I mean,
and look at that, right?
Totally.
How many years
I love those quotes.
Me too.
Yes. So guys, I hope, and we hope you enjoyed. Give us some little bit of comments to see.
Your feedback is great.
Yeah, talk to us about what makes you feel better about the volunteering for something, or what does it mean for you to take action? Let us know what you think. We really appreciate your comment, and we will see you next time on Two Girls on the Fast Track.
Excellent. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Here we are, Two Girls on the Fast Track.